Well, hi, everybody, and good Monday morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here. We're going to start you off with our winter weather advisory posted for the entire Local 4 viewing area. This goes until noon in southwest Nebraska. That includes McCook and Trenton and Benkelman. Until midnight for the other portions of western Nebraska, including North Platte, Ogallala, and all of central Nebraska and north central Kansas. And for northeast Kansas and eastern Nebraska, it goes until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. For the majority of these areas, it is because of icy conditions due to freezing drizzle. We've already seen it out there this morning. This will continue throughout the day today. We'll maybe start to transition over to snow, especially later today, and then kind of wind it down this evening. The best chance of the accumulating snow, though, will be in the eastern portions of the Local 4 viewing area. I'm going to show you where the best chance is coming up in just a second here, or just a minute or so. But let's start you off with Futurecast. Now, one thing I'll tell you right now, just like our radar, Futurecast does not do a good job of showing freezing drizzle because the droplets of water are so small. And that's just basically because there's not a lot of moisture out there, just moisture at the lower levels. And above that, it's actually above freezing. So this is all liquid. There's not really any snow out there right now. But as it falls, it's hitting the ground and it's freezing to the cold surface. It's in the 20s for most of us. But later in the day, we may throw in a little bit of snow for the area. Central and especially western Nebraska, barely any snow. A dusting, maybe up to a ½ inch of snow. Eastern Nebraska, those where we'll see the majority of our snow. Could see even a couple of inches of snowfall in southeast Nebraska. I'm going to show you those totals in just a bit. You can see how it gets heavier and heavier the farther southeast you go in the state of Nebraska. As we head into the evening hours, precipitation will eventually come to an end by about 9, 10 o'clock, maybe a little later in eastern Nebraska, and then later in the night, the sky's clearing up out there. Tomorrow, we should see quite a bit of sunshine, mainly sunny skies, a few clouds out there, a bit of a breezy northwest wind, and my big concern here at work, northwest wind basically blows from our tower towards our parking lot, and if ice is melting and falling, that means our parking lot's going to be covered in ice and cars could be hit. So I think we'll be parking pretty far away tomorrow. But that's one thing you have to watch for if you work in an area that has maybe a tower or something like that. But otherwise, lots of sunshine and warming temperatures tomorrow. We're going to be on a warming trend the next couple of days. Don't get used to it, but maybe a little bit of a small treat in this colder weather pattern we've been seeing recently. A couple of days that may be pretty decent. We'll talk about those temperatures in just a bit. But let's go back to the snowfall first. Snowfall totals. Most of us, a dusting, maybe a couple of tenths of an inch. I don't see much snow out of the system for the majority of us. But as you get east of Highway 81 and especially close to Highway 77, which is that Lincoln to Beatrice corridor there, maybe a little over an inch of snowfall. But the higher totals are expected to be in far southeast Nebraska, Nebraska City, Fall City, 2 to 6 inches of snowfall in those locations. So again, the majority of the Local 4 viewing area, you will not see much snow. It's more about the ice than anything, but a few spots there in the southeast may see a little more snow. Now let's get to those temperatures. Now today, temperatures not rising much. Only a few places near or above freezing. Northern Kansas, western Nebraska. That's where maybe we get a little bit of melting. Maybe in some places where it's 31 or 32, you get a little melting today. But again, especially watch those untreated roads out there. Keep that space between you and the vehicles around you. Slow down early when you go to take your turn because you don't want to slide through an intersection. And of course, warm up your windshields before you get out and drive because otherwise that ice will accumulate pretty quickly and it'll get tough to see quickly and then you're stuck with a bigger problem. So make sure your windshields are warm before you head out and about. Tonight, after the precipitation comes to an end, eventually the skies will clear up. Temperatures falling back teens for most of us, some low 20s in the southeast, single digits up towards Ainsworth and Valentine. So a little colder up there. Tomorrow we start to see some recovery, but there is going to be a large temperature gradient across the state from near 20 in the northeast corner to almost 50 in the southwest corner. We'll go with mid-upper 40s there. Mid-upper 30s in the Tri-Cities area, lower 30s towards Lincoln, mid-upper 20s in north central Nebraska. But this is the day that we're all looking forward to. Wednesday by far will be the best day for most of the area. We're looking at highs in the 40s and 50s. I would not rule out a 60-degree reading down to our south, say Phillipsburg, Kansas. 60s possible. And in fact, that 52, 53 out for the Tri-Cities, I would not be surprised if we get up to the mid-50s. I'm keeping it a little lower because there will be a few clouds around, and if the clouds are thick enough, that may hold temperatures down just a little bit. So I'm going to go with lower 50s, but I tell you right now, it does look like it should be a pretty decent day there on Wednesday. How about the rest of your forecast? Well, once you get beyond Wednesday, it doesn't get so great out there. So today, mostly freezing drizzle, a little bit of snow late in the afternoon or this evening in the Tri-Cities area. Tomorrow, a breezy northwest wind of 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures not too far from our average high. Average high is 39 now. So we're going to be just shy of that, but we will be above average after we get past on Wednesday there. Partly cloudy skies, not much wind, so Wednesday's shaping up to be a pretty decent day. The wind's returning. Basically, a warm front's lifting through Tuesday night. It gives us a warmer day Wednesday. That warm front reverses course and moves south as a cold front. So Thursday, we're chilling down. Breezy winds out there of 10 to 20 miles per hour, maybe a little higher Thursday night, and that's when our snow will be falling, is late Thursday and Thursday night. That's our next system. This one's a better chance of snow. It doesn't look like a major snowmaker, but we could see some light snowfall accumulations up to a couple of inches of snowfall, not out of the question. Winds down by sunrise on Friday, but we're left with a cold and breezy day for Friday. Like I said, though, I think the strongest winds will be Thursday night. Friday still breezy, 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. As we get into your weekend, major question marks right now. And really even Friday you could throw that in as well. Really the Friday through Sunday time frame. Temperature models, long range. The European forecast model is going very cold. The GFS, which is the American forecast model, is going much warmer. I'm kind of playing middle ground right now. I did throw in a small chance of snow there on Saturday as well. But as of right now, you just kind of want to stay tuned to the forecast, really, because like I said, there isn't a ton of confidence in Friday through Sunday, especially the temperature side of things here on Friday through Sunday. We'll adjust that as we get a little bit closer here. But really, the long-range forecast models, not a lot of warmth out there. We have that day on Wednesday where we are above average, but most of the rest of our days are going to remain below average over the next 7 to 10 days. And looking at even beyond that, there may be a day or two, kind of like Wednesday, where we get above average, but most of those most of that time frame is looking to be below average. So that's about it for you. I know it's not a lot of good news, but hey, we can all dream of Wednesday, right? Wednesday looking good. Hump day is certainly the hump of the week ahead of us here with the nicest day on Wednesday. So take it easy out there today. That's the best advice I can give you, is just to slow down, keep that space between you and the vehicle in front of you, and of course when you go to take your turns on the intersections, start slowing down well ahead of time and make sure that you are keeping that windshield clear of ice. Get the heat on that thing before you head out the door, because you don't want to wait too long, because that ice will pile up quickly out there. And of course, don't run your windshield wipers if you had your car outside if you haven't warmed it up first, because that windshield wiper, you'll bust it off with that ice that's sticking to the windshield. It'll stick that windshield wiper to your windshield as well. So I will wrap it up with that. Hope you all have a wonderful Monday, a wonderful start to your week. Take care, and I'll see you all again tomorrow morning. God bless. Bye.